Hi, welcome to our tutorial on MapReduce. In this lecture video, I am going to show you how to run a word count job using MapReduce. MapReduce program is written in Java. So we are going to open up Eclipse from Cloudera desktop and write our Java code there. As we know, we need to write three Java classes. One is the mapper class, one is the reducer class, and the third one is the driver class. Okay, after opening up Eclipse, now we are going to create a new Java project. Let us go to File tab and open up, say, New Java Project. Let us name it Word Count Job. Okay, now we are going to see that necessary libraries it need for running the program are there. So we are going to configure the build path. When we go to build path, you see an option called configure build path. Here you can go and add the necessary jar files. Add external jars. You can find it in file system folder in under the directory user. Then go to directory lib. And here you will find in Hadoop folder all the necessary jar files required. So let us import these libraries in our project. This is done. Now we need some more. Again we'll go to build path and get the external libraries. Here you will see you get external jars. Again you'll be doing the same thing. In file system, go to user. Under user, you'll find lib directory, and in lib directory you have Hadoop 0.20 MapReduce. Here are some more jar files you need to add for the project. Yeah, this is done. Now you can see that under reference libraries, you can see that there are the jar files. Now I'm going to make our first Java class, that is for the driver class. So driver class is responsible to execute the MapReduce framework. Let us name it word count. Now the code that is going to go here, we are not going to write the code, we'll just copy from the document which we have provided to you too, so that you can download the document and get the code here. So here is the code. It has all the import statements and the class. You can just quickly, we'll just copy and paste it in our Java class. So after pasting here, now we are going to create another Java class for mapper. Let us name it word mapper. This is done. Same way in this, we are going to quickly copy paste the code from our document. Now we are going to create a third class, that is for reducer. Let us name it word reducer. So now you know that we require three Java classes: mapper, reducer, and the driver class. Same way we are going to paste code here. You can easily use a document to get the code. Now in this reducer, you can see the code we have copied here. Now let us discuss them one by one. The driver class, if we see, okay, this is our mapper class and this is our driver class. So in this driver class, if you see that this is responsible to execute the MapReduce framework. JobConf object allows you to, this is the JobConf object, this allows you to configure the mapper, reducer, input format, output format, etc. So this is the main class actually, where you will find the main function, and the actual execution of the program begins from main. It's here. Then we have the mapper class. In mapper class, it will break the line into words and output a key value pair for each word. So output will be in the form of, you can see, word comma 1. And this, if you see, this is a map function. It has key value as input and output as this is the key, this is the value. This is the key long writable that we have discussed is byte offset. Value is the whole text, and then input is the output is the word and comma int writable 1. That is the output. And here in this code we are splitting it into parts. We are breaking the line into words using the split as space. Then we have the reducer code. What does the reducer do? It reads the output generated by mapper class. So it takes the output key value pair as the input here. This is the input, and this is the output is in the form of again key and value, and that is in the text and int writable. So mapper class in the form of key value pair and count the words and produces output in the form of key and the total count of the values. So this is what the reducer code do. If you're well versed with Java, it's really easy to understand this code. Now we are going to export it as jar file. Click on export, Java jar file. Click on next. Let us name this jar file as wc.jar. Okay, after creating the jar file, we just finish. We have all these 3 files in our jar file. This is all we have to do in Eclipse. Okay, now let us open the terminal. After opening the terminal, we are going to create the input file. Let us type the command cat file1. In this file, we are going to write a couple of lines of sample data, and we are writing some famous nursery rhyme, Twinkle Twinkle Little Star, as an input file, and we are going to count the words in this poem. Okay, after writing this sample lines, some couple of lines here, now I'll see whether I have got this in my file1 or not. Cat file1 command, you can see that all the content is there. All the data of the file is here. Now this is my input file. Now I'm going to put this file in HDFS. The command to put this file in HDFS is hadoop fs minus put HDFS file1 space HDFS file1. So we are naming our this HDFS file as HDFS file1. After we run this command, we can see that we have got the file. We can go and quickly see from the browser, Hue browser. We can go and see in file browser. If you go and see here, you can find out that the file you have just created named HDFS file1 is present here. Next step is we are going to this directory workspace, because our jar file is present in workspace directory. So we'll type the command cd workspace. You can see the wc.jar file we have created in this directory. Now type in this command to run the program. Hadoop jar wc.jar word count HDFS file1, which is the input file present in HDFS, and we want some output file. Let us name this output file as output1, and this output file directory should not be there. It should be new. Now we are running this our word count job. It has started running here. You can see it in the terminal. You can see the number of splits given. Then you can see the submitted tokens for job. And if you go to job browser also, you can see the job running. So in terminal, you can see the job is running here. And also you can see this job running in the job manager of Hue. So Hue provides a good interface wherein you can see the files in HDFS, and you can also see the job running here. So if you go and click this job browser which manages jobs, you can find out our job running here. You can find the status of our job running here, like it is saying that the status is running. You can also see that it's showing the percentage of job completed, maps and reduce completed here in the job browser. You can see many parameters actually here. Even if you just go and click on this job ID where it's a link there, you can see many more details under that. And here you can see all the status, user, and the maps and reduce, then the priority, the duration of the job, and when it was submitted. We can see the job running here in the terminal too. After we go and click on this, we can see it has tasks, metadata, and counters. In task also you can see these are the map tasks going on, these are the reduce tasks which are going on. Then we can also see the metadata about the information about this data, like maps are 2 of none, reduces are 0 of none, and the status is still running. And other counters also we can see here, maps and reduce, total on the file bytes read or written. So there are a lot of data we can get to know from this Hue browser, job browser. So this we have seen in job browser. Now the status has changed. See, from running to succeeded. So maps and reduce are 100% complete, and we can see the status down here in the job browser. Once we go to terminal, here also we can see our job is completed. Let us see our output file now. If we go to the browser, in file browser, you can see that we have got our output file here. Our output file name was output1. So in file browser, you can see that output1 is present here. Once you click on this, you will get the content of the file or that directory. So it has these files, success and path 000. So in path 00, you can see the output file has been generated, which has counted the words, and output is the form of key value. Key is the word and value is the total number of count of that particular word. So this is the path of that file. It is user Cloudera output 1 part 0000. So let's copy this path and paste it in our terminal. If we paste this in our terminal, we'll get the same output generated there. We can see in our terminal. So Hadoop fs minus cat and this file name, you can see the content of our file. So output file generated content can be seen from either the file browser or from the terminal. So when you run this command, you will see the content of this part00 file here. So this is the output generated, which is in the form of key value pair, and it is counting the number of words. So that is all about a word count job.